Good afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. The federal government has said it is set to unveil the Sciences, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics and Medical Sciences Student Venture Capital Grant, which it described as a pioneering initiative designed to empower students in Nigeria's tertiary institutions to build the next generation of scalable, job-creating ventures. This was disclosed in a statement by the Director of Press of the Federal Ministry of Education, Folashade Boriowo, stating that the initiative will be formally unveiled in August by the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa. The grant targets full-time undergraduate students in STEM disciplines, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences, specifically those in their 300 level and above, with each selected student-led project is eligible to receive startup funding of up to 50 million naira, along with access to mentorship, incubation services and business development support. The initiative will be implemented in partnership with the Bank of Industry to ensure financial transparency, impact measurement and effective project execution. The Emir of Gusau in Zamfara State, Dr. Ibrahim Bello, passed on at the age of 71 after a protracted illness in Abuja. The 16th Emir succeeded his father, who died on March 16, 2015. Confirming his demise, Sulaiman Idris, the spokesperson for Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal, commiserated with the people of the state over the loss. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion in Oyo State, Honorable Toyin Balogun, has described Nigerian women as being creative and industrious. Toyin, while speaking in an interview with Dominion News, stated the need to sustainably empower women to boost the economy of the country.
Our women are industrious, our women are creative, our women are innovators. So it's a no-brainer that for any government, whether federal or subnational like a state or local government, that wants to grow or boost its economy, the first area of call you should look at, one of the first areas is sustainably empowering women, because empowerment is not just about giving them food. The government of Governor Seyi Makinde believes in sustainable empowerment. That means we empower women in such a way that they are able to be self-sustaining, to support them.
She emphasized the need for women in society, describing them as empathetic creatures. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Oyo State has refuted claims that it cancelled the All Progressives Congress APC primaries for the Ibadan North Federal Constituency by-election held on July 19, 2025. The report alleged that INEC's Ibadan office had sent a letter to its Abuja headquarters declaring the primaries invalid and unmonitored. However, INEC's head of publicity in Oyo State, Olaiwola Awolowo, dismissed the claim, affirming that no such letter was issued and the primary by-election remains valid. He noted that an official statement would soon be released to clarify the matter. Meanwhile, APC stakeholder Mogaji Abiodun Adeyemi confirmed that Adewale Hastrop Olatunji Murphy emerged as the party's candidate, stating that other aspirants will be compensated and recognized by the party. Following the recent announcement by the Oyo State government to ban the use of gadgets in secondary schools, especially during examinations, an educator in Ibadan, Dr. Rashid Fasasi, described the action as proactive, stating its importance in the education sector. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Dominion News, Fasasi stated that the recent waves of examination malpractices are a national problem that needs to be curbed, stressing that the act is not only rampant in public schools, but in all schools.
The action of the Commissioner for Education is proactive, and it's coming based on the not too far away experience that we've had that informed the decision by the ministry to ban smartphone and related equipment or tools. And so to stem the tide of rising issues of examination malpractices, we need to put some things in place. And that is precisely why the ministry is taking out a proactive step in ensuring that we have each free exam. This is a national problem, and nobody is immune from it. Nobody is actually free, whether you are a student in public or private schools.
He, however, advised the federal government to adopt the use of computer-based tests, CBT, as a means to measure students' performance, describing it as the easiest, fastest and secure means to conduct examinations.
To find creative methods of assessment rather than the conventional ones. I am aware that some examination body put so much effort into ensuring the sanctity of their exam. We might have to go the way of JAMB, in which you have to do CBT with personalized questions. That is easier, that is more secure, and that will increase the sanctity of our exam. My advice to examination bodies is that we will have to devise new ways of measuring performance of students.
Recall that the Oyo State government, through the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Olusegun Olaiwola, reaffirmed its ban on mobile phones, smartwatches and Meta eyeglasses in schools, with a warning that violators would face strict consequences. Now, former Ekiti State Deputy Governor Olushola has resigned from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to join African Democratic Congress, ADC. This was disclosed in a letter and addressed to his Okeruku Ward 2 chairman in Ikere Ekiti, Ikere local government area of the state, and made available to newsmen. In his resignation letter, the former deputy governor, while appreciating the PDP for the opportunity to serve the state, lamented that the party has failed to provide a platform for credible opposition and leadership in the country. A former president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Joseph Kabila, is appearing in court today. Kabila, who is an opponent of the current government in DRC, will face the High Military Court on the grounds of a crime against peace. The former president is accused of being an accomplice of the armed group M23, which launched a military offensive in eastern Congo at the beginning of the year. The fighting only stopped in June following a peace deal between DRC and Rwanda, which backed the group. Kabila is not expected to be present at the trial, as he has lived in exile for the past 2 years. And now on doctor strike, thousands of UK doctors have launched a 5-day strike after several talks with the Labour government for a new pay increase failed to reach a deal. Doctors were out on protest outside hospitals after negotiations with the government went down the line without reaching an accord. This move comes after the doctors accepted a pay rise offer totaling 22.3% over 2 years in September, soon after Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour Party took power. Now, delegations have arrived at Iran's Istanbul's consulate for face-to-face talks between Iran and E3 group of France, Britain and Germany. Senior diplomats from the E3 group are set to hold talks with Iran's negotiating team for the first time since US and Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear sites in June, aiming to gauge Tehran's appetite for a compromise to avert sanctions. Ahead of the talks, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said that Tehran's position remained firm and steadfast. Now, at least 7 children were killed and 26 others injured after part of the roof and walls of a government-run school collapsed in western India. There were about 60 students, teachers and staff members in the single-story building when the accident happened in Jalawar district, to some 322 kilometers from the state capital, Jagal. The children who died were between 8 and 11 years of age, while 2 of the injured students were in critical condition. And now talking sports, Morocco has unveiled a plan to upgrade its airports ahead of co-hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2030, together with Portugal and Spain. The country is aiming to increase airport capacity from 38 million to 80 million passengers per year by the end of the decade. The expansion and refurbishment plans concern airports in Marrakesh, Agadir, Tangier and Fez, with special focus on Morocco's largest airport, the Mohammed V International Airport in Casablanca. You can follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and on X at DominionCast. That ends the news update on Dominion Television. Thank you for watching. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa.